Council members, Victor Cavallo, 186 Rowayton Woods Drive. Just to address a couple of the points that were brought up earlier. I'm sorry the Stonegate is going through what they're going through. I live in a condominium association, and I understand the burden of costs and legal fees, but they decided to become defendant interveners on their own volition. And so I don't believe that the city should be paying any money to Stonegate. You all here, besides the settlement, are here to decide how much money we're going to be paying and to whom. So if they don't want to further participate in the litigation as interveners, they could withdraw at any time. Secondly, I want to address the points that were brought out by the Madany attorney. He spoke of burden. We're not burdening them with anything except what we burden everyone with respect to compliance with zoning laws. We are not precluding a mosque being built in Norwalk, anywhere in Norwalk. We just don't want it in that particular spot. In addition, he spoke about delay. In the complaint, the mosque has admitted that they cannot borrow money to build this mosque, so the funds have to be raised. They estimated that it's going to cost $3.5 million. Where they're going to get that money from 100 families, I don't know. How long it's going to take to get that money, I don't know. So this mosque may not be built for years and years and years. There's no scheduling that I have seen or understand to be with respect to construction. And late this afternoon, I accepted a phone call. A person called me and told me about the terms of this consent order. As an attorney, I was appalled. This is about as burdensome a consent order as you can have. The denizens in this town of transparency should be appalled if they knew what this consent order contains. If the citizens of Norwalk knew what this order contained, there would be an insurrection.
Tell us.
Diane Larosella came before this panel and stated and made comments about being marginalized. This marginalizes the entire city of Norwalk, as well as the immediate abutting neighbors and the landowners that are within 100 feet of the property. The consent order commands a zoning commission to issue a special permit, even though there is not one pending, and even though they have no obligation to apply for another permit. That was my objection to the zoning commission's decision last Thursday, and it still remains. We don't know what this permit is going to contain, other than the fact that the permit is going to be consistent with the site plan. It commands all city agencies and departments to issue permits, no matter whether or not those agencies or departments think that it is appropriate or even safe. And if we deign to reject those permits, we're back up in federal court. It commands the city and the agencies to renew in perpetuity all of the permits that would be issued either as a special permit or any permit that any agency would issue. And considering the fact that this mosque is costing $3.5 million and there is no funding that is possible for this, this can go on in perpetuity. If the city doesn't comply with the provisions of this consent order, whether or not it's a substantive denial of any permit, we're back up in federal court. The court is going to be monitoring us for years and years and years until this mosque is built. as well as going to be monitoring us after the mosque is built, because if, for instance, the Islamic Center wants to add on or wants to purchase property that is adjacent to it and wants to subdivide it, and we say no, okay, it goes back up to federal court. So if you think that the legal fees are ending today or with this consent order, they are not. Okay? The court has the power over this city to enforce compliance for as long as it's deemed necessary by the Islamic Center. Importantly, and this is very important, it terminates the rights of the abutting property owners to appeal anything that this city does, any permits that this city issues, okay, even if those permits are violative of our charter, our code, and our zoning regulations. What this consent order allows this court to do is to rewrite our charter, our code, and our zoning regulations to the satisfaction of the Islamic Center. I am asking this body to reject the settlement, to reject the consent order, even until it is substantially rewritten to protect the rights of the citizens of Norwalk.